Hello, everyone, and welcome back to what is episode 11 of The Violet Madness. I am Mark, and I am your Dungeon Master today. And with me, as always, are these fine, brave band of adventurers that are making their way. They're making their way through Pethlan, through Castonia, trying to solve and cure the magical plague that is the Violet Madness. Before we get into the recap today, let's firstly introduce everyone, and I'm going to start off today with Stephen.
Oh, well, I'm Stephen, your Paladin pal over on the Emerald Collective Discord and Twitch. And this evening I'm playing Sir Tirion Shadowbane. Tyrion is 6'2", a powerhouse, the chosen hand of Thorn. He is somewhere between Jaime Lannister meets Prince Charming from Shrek.
Thank you very much, sir. And up next then we have Matt.
Yes, hello everybody. I'm Matt, and I'll be playing Aelfric and Shadar, the half-elven evocation wizard. He's a little bit of an absent-minded fellow, tad unkempt, a tad aloof, but has some powerful magics that he can pull out from his sleeve when the situation demands it.
Absolutely, and how he restrained himself in last week's episode, or last previous episode. It's a miracle.
Chew disintegrate.
Thank you, Matt. Next up then, Dave, would you care to introduce both yourself and your character?
Yeah, hey, I'm Dave, GM for the Saffron Saga, Rebirth of the Graven Queen, Rebirth of the Graven King, and the Starless Twilight here on the Emerald Collective. And I play Daddy Vicanus, Father Vicanus, Grave Domain Cleric of the Grave of the Raven Queen. Shadar is a half-elf and he'd place him around 100 years of age. If it weren't for the fact that he was magically aged by an undead creature in an old manor house a long time ago, that Mina knows nothing about. Shadar is actually in his 30s and exists solely to destroy the, also all forms of undead for the glory of the Raven Queen. Shadar has bright white hair and is typically dressed for battle in black leathers, like Man of War, with a black chain shirt and his trusty mace and wineskin.
How very daddy of you.
Hail and kill, yeah.
Like that scene from Dodgeball with the guy that
I was just
daddy.
I was just thinking about that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is your outfit.
Something tells me these daddy vibes aren't going to be going away anytime soon.
Let's roll.
Thank you very much.
It was initially a joke when I started it, but
it's becoming a thing.
as daddy things tend to do, they start as jokes and then they just become, a bit too serious.
Yep. Well then, next up then, Ali, you may as well introduce both yourself and your character.
Oh, excellent. I am Ali Mar. You might know me from my romance books or from games I play with the Ladies of Lore. Either way, I hope you're having a good time with me. And if not, sorry, tell daddy. I don't know. Today I play Mina Dumont. Lady Dumont is a widow from Aston who traveled after the death of her husband during the Red War, until, pretty much running into the party and the Violet Madness. She's a 50-year-old half-elf with tawny beige skin and long brown curly hair. She's got a happy attitude and a sunny smile with a pep in her step. She is a College of Whispers bard who can be found with a drum on her hip and a rapier on her side. She wears white riding leathers with a blue top and sash, black gloves, and fancy jewelry. But if you look closely enough, her shadows might seem to dance.
Thank you very much. And of course, last but not least, we have our favorite tiefling, Ryan.
Well, it's nice to know I'm your favorite. Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as most of you will probably know by now, and I will be playing Daemon Phileas Venust. Hello, my darlings. He is a red 6-foot tiefling, a bit more devilish than just his good looks would show you, but the party have dealt with some of that. Up to date, we'll see how much further that goes. And as ever, I am accompanied by my good friend and companion, Rocket, who has chosen to leave me alone. Although initially it was my idea to guard Aelfric, I think he just tends to like him better than me at this point.
You've lost him.
Yeah, he's gone. Now he's doing his duty because he is the bestest of boys.
Very good, thank you, Ryan. And yeah, before we kind of jump back into the action, let's just do a brief recap of the goings on last episode. With the exiting of Galfond Illemis' tower and the arrival back in Pethlan Gardens, the party was encountered by one Lloris Roche, a rather dashing young man from Ambersand Isle
who's everyone's type except
who is
Shadar's.
everyone's type. Yeah,
Definitely not
I'm
mine.
kind of falling in love with him a little bit. He's called upon Mina and Sir Tirion and Daemon to accompany him back to a secluded area outside of Pethlan, which, of course, revealed itself to be a kind of hiding place for Ambersand refugees looking to get back to their native homeland in the midst of this annexation. And yeah, there was a bit of kind of secrecy involved, but Lloris assured the party that it was secrecy for the good of the people and it meant no ill intent. However, there was ill intent back in the Great Old Palace, where Shadar and Aelfric split with the party to go and report back to the king of their, well, part success. They did manage to scale Galfond Illemis' tower, but Galfond Illemis was not there. He had been dragged by the Drow cult back to the Kernel mines north of Bernthis. But, alas, waiting in the foyer for their audience with the king, they saw none other than Dr. Kevin Albrecht, a town healer back in Femlis. But, as we discovered in recent past, that he is actually tied closely in with the the magics, should I say, of necromancy. And he had altered Daemon's memory of what Daemon had discovered. But Shadar previously had cured Daemon of his affliction, and Daemon swiftly remembered everything he saw. Dr. Albrecht's wife in a state of suspended animation in the cellar of his own home, with violet madness growths upon her body. Now, Dr. Albrecht, dabbling in the arts of necromancy, finding a way to bring his beloved back, but through ill means.
Some might
Alas.
say a freeze is coming.
Oh, God.
I still see you.
But alas, there was a friendly altercation in the foyer. Aelfric and Shadar, very much well aware of the heavy guard presence, and any vulgar displays of violence would probably be met with a rather frigid audience. And with that, Dr. Albrecht and the pair exchanged fake pleasantries and assured each other that they would be seeing each other very, very soon. It seemed Dr. Albrecht was having an audience with the king himself, but alas, that brings us to this very present moment in time in our adventure, where I'm going to bring the curtain up, back in the foyer of the Great Old Palace. Shadar, Aelfric, it has been mere moments since the king and his court retired back into the throne room, and Dr. Albrecht conversing with you. And maybe a minute or two later, one of the stewards comes down the stairs towards you both.
Just before that happens,
Yeah,
Shadar
sure, go for it.
will turn to Aelfric and say, we could follow him out and, disintegrate him.
We could, but I think discretion may be the better move here.
I could cast darkness and you could disintegrate him discreetly.
He's a trifling annoyance for the time being. We ought to attend to what we're about. I'm sure we will have ample opportunity to deal with the likes of him,
Yes.
if indeed we do meet again.
Let's put him on the list, as it were.
I'm quite frankly offended he wasn't on the list already.
He's on the fucking list.
But yes, indeed, as the doors to the outside close, you can hear the growling from Fido as Dr. Albrecht walks down the steps, but alas, the doors close behind him. And the steward walks up to you both and says, the Elnarn party of... And he looks at a parchment that is holding party of 5. Is there some mistake?
Everything is quite all right. Just didn't think that we needed all 5 of us to deliver a message. Some of our companions have other business to attend to.
He kind of makes a note with a quill on the parchment. He goes, "Of course, absolutely. King Jaeger is waiting for you as we speak. Please." And as he turns to walk up the stairs, but then stops and turns back to you both. You are familiar with the etiquette when addressing the king, yes?
I am not.
Very well. When you enter, just address him as Your Majesty. Bow, and it would be best if the king is a pleasant man, but please keep your answers clear and to the point, if it pleases you both.
Oh, you've nothing to fear in that regard.
Very good.
Of course, bow first, kingy boy, and then discreet answers.
Again, Your Majesty, and bow.
Oh, sorry, yes.
And when you leave, bow and Your Majesty.
Why,
yes?
rather strong.
Very, very good, sir. Could I perhaps interest you in a pail of water before we enter?
Oh, yes, please.
He snaps his fingers, and almost out of nowhere, a person with a tray and a jug and a glass of water appears and pours you a fresh cup.
Cool. He'll dip his hands in it and wash his face. No, thank you very much. And he'll head in.
The steward kind of looks you up and down and kind of grimaces, feigning a smile, then says, "Yes, quite. Very well, gentlemen, please, if it pleases you both, follow me." And he leads you up the stairs, again towards this beautifully decorated door, set of double doors, about 12 foot tall, and the guards that are stationed there pull them open for you, and you are greeted with this very lavishly decorated throne room, a purple silk carpet kind of leading from the door all the way up to this throne, this very ornately decorated golden throne where the king sits upon, and you can see on either side of him 2 lesser decorated chairs where the dukes and duchesses sit, and the entire way it's about a 20-25 foot stretch, but there isn't a foot of distance between the guards the entire way up on either side as you walk up and address the king, and you approach before the throne.
Okay, I will obey the proper protocols as detailed to us by the servant there.
Yeah, you can see the servant in the background is a few kind of feet ahead of you and to the left, and he's like mouthing the words "bow," and you do it the gesture, and the Your Majesty, and yeah.
Do a deep performative bow.
And the king,
Good. It's good.
King Jaeger of Castonia, he addresses you both and says, "Very good, men. Very good. I have heard of your success in Galfond's Tower. You managed to scale it, I hear."
That is correct, Your Majesty. We have carried out the task that you requested of us. But before I go any further, the news we have obtained is a matter of great import and potentially great secrecy. I would ask that we can only report it so long as we are only in the presence of the most trusted ears.
You see the steward just put his palm into his face, and you hear Duchess Venusht say, "The most trusted of ears. This boy, does he not know who he addresses, Your Majesty?" That's quite all right. That's quite all right. I can assure you, you are in very, very trustworthy company, my boy. You are speaking with the King of Castonia and his most trusted counsel.
With the utmost of respect, Your Majesty, I couldn't help but notice that you were speaking with one Dr. Albrecht not long ago. Are you aware of his profound interest in the arts of necromancy?
His profound interest in the what?
Raising the dead and such like.
I'm quite familiar with the arts of necromancy. It's quite a taboo field of study.
Indeed it is.
That's quite a serious allegation you are making, young man. Do you have any and he kind of looks to his counsel. Do you have any proof to back this up? And you can see Duke Femlis kind of looking very worriedly at you, Aelfric, and as well Duchess Tenno, who is this kind of elven woman with long flowing blonde hair almost down to her ankles, who kind of sits back in her chair eating a grape, kind of looking at you as she slowly chews on it. And then another man, quite a stout man, again human, Duke Illemis. He kind of leans forward in his seat, kind of elbows perched on the ends of the arms, and he kind of places his chin on both his cross interlaced fingers. He says, "Dr. Albrecht is a man of science. He uses medicinal herbs and such to cure people, to inspire life. You're talking about using magics to invoke death."
That's as may be. We once undertook a quest to help Dr. Albrecht in good faith, and in undertaking that quest, one of our companions stumbled upon his laboratory, for want of a better word, and it may seem hard to believe, but cast a spell to modify our memories that we would have no recollection of the incident. It was only through pure happenstance that we were able to detect the spell and reverse it.
Again, Duke Femlis remains silent. He kind of looks at you again. He's looking kind of worriedly at you, Aelfric. And Duchess Tenno, she's again looks at you interested, kind of, eyebrows raised, still kind of eating her grapes. Duke Illemis kind of remains silent and kind of purses his lips beneath his interlaced fingers. And again, Duchess Venusht, she says, "Well, it's not, Your Majesty, you know that Dr. Albrecht is not adept in the arcane arts. This is silliness. You speak of necromancy and modify memory spell. The man deals in potions and tinctures, for God's sake. And
excuse me, butting in there. I'm Shadar Vicanis, Father Vicanis of the...
You will address this court appropriately, sir. You are in the presence of royalty," Duchess Venusht says.
Well, excuse me, Duchess
Before you interrupt me...
Indeed. My sincere apologies.
Before you interrupt me, might I ask, is this companion of yours present before the court today?
No, but I might offer my skills.
Paraphrasing?
No. My skills and the skills of the Raven Queen. I am quite capable of casting the Zone of Truth spell, and I'm sure my friend would quite willingly submit to it. Would that be proof enough that he is telling the truth, or do we hold any doubts as to the veracity and then the authenticity of the power of the Raven Queen?
If I may, perhaps, and I do not wish to distract from the matter at hand, but perhaps Dr. Albrecht could submit to such a
Oh, I'm
questioning
sure he would be
to settle the
delighted,
matter for
wouldn't he?
good.
And for the first time, Duchess to know does seem quite interested, and she does speak, although still kind of quite rudely through chewing a grape. She says, "Well, that could work if what these gentlemen claim to be true. Then why not cast a Zone of Truth spell
On my companion.
And the king says, "I see no reason why we shan't." Duchess Venus then she cackles. She says, "Ha! This is ridiculous. The Zone of Truth spell, really? There's only it doesn't reveal any lies, only what people believe to be the truth." And
I would disagree respectfully,
I
Duchess.
would respectfully disagree.
Can you cast the spell yourself, Duchess?
I
Or do you
cannot.
merely have a passing familiarity with
I
it,
have.
rather than one who is adept and skilled at casting it?
You will address this court in a more pleasant tone.
I'm sorry, would you like me to rephrase in a nicer tone?
I would very much prefer that.
Excellent. Are you skilled at casting the spell yourself, or are you only familiar with it second-hand? Duchess.
I cannot cast that spell, but I am
Indeed, well, why not
very,
defer to one who
very
can?
well. Do not please do not interrupt me. I am very well versed in the arcane arts, as the court and he himself, His Majesty, will verify. Enough of this, the king says. Enough of this. These gentlemen seem very steadfast in their belief that Dr. Albrecht is dabbling in the necromantic arts. Although I find this very hard to believe, it's not something I can ignore. Your Majesty, please, says Duchess Venus. No, we shall investigate this. Tell me, young Elnaran, you say it was you mentioned his laboratory?
Yes, I think perhaps a thorough search for matters of security of his person, his premises may be pertinent. But as I say, I do not wish to distract from the task which you delegated to me.
He kind of waves a hand at you. You need not fear, my boy. I will. Dr. Albrecht will be remaining in Pethlan for the foreseeable future. I will send a raven today to Femlis and order the town guard to search his residence. It will be done by the end of the day tomorrow. Of course, I will have to inform Dr. Albrecht that this search will be conducted.
Of course, excellent idea. I'm sure that he will not modify their memories.
I do believe I'm not well equipped in the arcane arts myself, but I do believe one has to be present in the area to modify the memories of someone. I do believe they are safe. Alas, with that unpleasantness out of the way,
Indeed.
What of Illemis?
I fear I have dire news, Your Majesty. Illemis is gone. He has been abducted.
Abducted, you say? This is Duke Caelomus speaking now again, breaking his silence. Where? How do you know this?
He left a message for me specifically. He seemed in his wisdom to know that I would be sent or that I would come to seek him out. It showed the very moment of his kidnap. He was kidnapped by a group of cultists who in our own travels seemed to have some sort of connection to the outbreak of the Violet Madness, and worse still, the madness has infected the upper levels of his tower.
Does this pose a threat to my city? The king asks.
It is contained for now after a fashion, but its spread cannot be stopped in its entirety. No more than anywhere else.
Good gods. Do we have long? Are we talking hours, days, weeks?
I am not expert enough in its spread or the rate at which it travels, but I think at the very least, the entire area around the tower must be quarantined.
Do you have any leads on where this cult has taken Illemis?
We do. We know exactly where he's been taken. To I believe they're called the Crinell mines.
Duchess Snow kind of pipes up. The mines? North of Berinthus? They've been closed for decades.
It seems otherwise. This cult who have kidnapped Illemis are immensely powerful. They seem to have vast resources at their disposal, and it seems that they're headquartered there.
And they all kind of toss a glance at Duchess to know and says, "Why are you all looking at me? No, this I would not have let such a devious cult slip in under my watch. There must be some enough." The king says,
Insight check. Can I make an insight
Go for
check
it,
on that?
absolutely. DC's
Okay.
got to be 16.
16. I've only got +9 on this, so
Okay, well, you never know. Never know your luck.
I think I have hexed myself. Can I add guidance?
Yeah, of course you can.
Boop. That's a 24 with guidance.
You look
Nice.
at Duchess to know. She's a kind of middle-aged elven woman, quite kind of elegant looking, but right now at this moment in time, her eyes are kind of wide, like scanning the room, looking at her colleagues, looking at you, kind of frantically moving her eyes, and you can see that her pupils are dilating, saying, "I would not. This is not something. This is preposterous. I say, a
I
cult."
try and meet her gaze and give her a raised eyebrow just to.
She's frantically looking from
okay.
person to person. She's not
Alright, that's
locking
fine.
eyes with anyone. Yeah. Calm down, says the king. Now is not the time for panic. That comes later. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you feel in charge?
Now is not the time for panic, he says. What we need now is a call to action. Whether it is true or not, whether this cult is within the Kernel Mines, we need to take action against them. This violent madness, if what young Elnaran here says is true, well, we're all at risk, great risk. And he kind of leans forward on his throne and says, "The other three, are they well? Are they able-bodied?"
We all passed through the tower and made it out safely. Everyone is fighting fit.
It is my request of the 5 of you, a request from the throne of Castonia, to go to the Kernel Mines and see if what Galfond Illemis' message is true. Your task, your objective, nay, your orders are to infiltrate these mines and eradicate this cult and get answers about
I
this
cannot
violent
speak
madness.
for my companions, Your Majesty, but Illemis charged me personally with helping him in his own message. Even without your request, I would venture there myself and do all in my power to free him.
He kind of holds his hand up, and moments later this steward appears from behind the throne and hands him a parchment. He reads it. He says, "Well, it seems that Shadar Vicanus, Mina Dumont, Daemon Filius Venust are brothers and sisters of Castonia. This is an order from their king. I hope that they would not refuse. However, Sir Tirion Shadowbane and yourself, Aelfric Elnaran, are not brothers of this land, and of course are not bound by, I suppose, a patriotic sense of duty to the crown. But I humbly ask your help."
As I say, Your Majesty, I cannot speak for my companions, but I will commit myself fully to this task.
Very well. And what of you, Shadar Vicanus?
Yes, Your Majesty. We do have a rather long list of objectives to accomplish. Might I just confirm that this is to make it onto the top of that list?
This is of the utmost importance.
Very well. Excellent. Well,
Makes sense.
Church of the Raven Queen is always
I will
proud to...
personally speak with Lenatus Felion if it
No
pleases
need.
you.
But I'm always happy to say that the Church of the Raven Queen is at your service.
Very
At
good.
the service of the crown.
Very good. Upon your return from the criminal mines, I will no doubt have word from the inquiry into Dr. Albrecht.
Just to tie off that wound, as it were, and I think maybe we should cast a zone of truth spell on my friend here right now, and just to maybe get the ball rolling, as it were. What do you think, Duchess? Your
Duchess
Grace.
Venuste?
Hmm?
She's Duchess Venuste.
Yeah.
She's kind of leaning back in her chair, and she's kind of stroking, not stroking her chin. She's actually curling a lock of her hair. And she's giving you a very devilish smile, and she says, "No, that won't be necessary." Vicanus, it seems that you have
Father Vicanus, if we're adhering to formalities, Your Grace.
Oh, and she just fucking narrows her eyes at you and kind of pulls on that lock of hair she had interlaced in her finger. Father Vicanus, she says with a forced smile, that will not be necessary.
Well, shall we ask Your Majesty? Would you like to maybe get a head start in this issue, and it shall take naught but a minute?
No, let us investigate this allegation first, and if it comes to a court hearing or potential trial, then
Oh, very well.
we shall revisit this zone of truth idea.
For the record, my good friend Aelfric, the veracity of your claim is never in doubt by me.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I suppose the man, for all of his faults, does deserve his day in court, so to speak.
Indeed.
is there anything else outlying from your infiltration of the tower that you need to relay to us at this time? I believe time is very much of the essence for you all with your task.
Nothing that comes to mind for me. Anyway.
I think we've relayed everything that we have learned in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very well.
If I may
Mm-hmm.
make a small request, Your Majesty, for something that would help greatly in our task.
Of course.
It has come to my attention that I may need access to some magical spells and abilities I'm not yet familiar with. My education was rather singularly focused on more destructive arts. If I were to prepare a list of spell books that may come in useful to one of your clerks or administrative staff, would it be possible to have these retrieved from the library?
Make a persuasion roll. This is for flavor. He's definitely going to help you out, but how well you roll.
Gotcha.
Come and pat him on the back and give him guidance.
Absolutely, go ahead.
I've got a +0 in persuasion.
plus
So I'm
D4 now.
gonna need everything that I
Again,
can get.
this is for flavor. Don't worry. This is just going to see how persuasive you are in that regard.
And
A
it's at
15.
a D4 as well on top of that.
He kind of.
E.
Oh, hey now.
19. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you,
Queen is with
Shadar.
you, my friend.
19 persuasion. The king nods and says, "Of course, the Great Library of Castonia is home to many spells and tomes. I believe they'll be able to help you out. I will indeed write a. I will put my own seal to a rite of passage to the more, shall we say, intellectually inclined tomes."
Just to borrow, of course, I have great respect for libraries.
And of course, for your companions, and he clicks his fingers, and again, apparently out of nowhere behind the throne, a steward comes and places a leather coin purse in the king's hand, and he kind of reaches out to you, Aelfric. He says, "Here, for you and your party, your travels. Get whatever equipment you may need."
Thank you, Your Majesty. sure we will have need of some supplies.
Yep, there is 8,000 gold in that pouch for whatever you need for your travels.
Nice.
8,000 gold worth of diamond dust.
They're gonna come back to us and be like, "So yeah, the king says we have to do this." No, he didn't pay us at all.
That poor fool's going to be busy tonight.
He only gave us $1,000. But
Shadar has a
Times
full
are
set of
tough.
grills. Like,
There's like this awkward silence then for a minute, and then Aelfric, you look to the steward who's at the far left of the group, and he says, again mouthing the words, "Bow, Your Majesty."
Deep bow and a pleasure, Your Majesty, and of course, Your Grace. I do hope we meet again.
She just kind of purses her lips together.
Back out with the court.
Yes, we take our leave.
And you exit the throne room, and the heavy doors close behind you. And it's almost as if once you hear that clang of the doors closing, that weight of formality just kind of melts away from your shoulders, and you're able to, I suppose, well, Aelfric for one is able to act normally. I think Shadar was kind of a little bit of himself in there. So.
He's quite a reasonable fellow for a king.
Indeed. It's a shame we didn't get to prove our point, as it were.
I'm sure our day will come. It's we have urgent matters at hand.
Should quite like the Duchess to submit to his own truth spell as well, but maybe
Yeah,
later.
she's an interesting character.
Should like to talk to Daemon a little bit more about her.
I'm sure he's got some stories to tell.
Sure he does. Do you fancy a glass of wine?
No. I just the small one I had earlier is enough for me. I like to keep a clear head, particularly at times like this.
Very well. Well, let's be off and see if we can find the others. I'm sure they left town, didn't they?
Yeah, certainly not. Well, you were there. I wasn't.
Yes, well, they left town. So tell you what, you have fun. I'm off to find that fortune teller I met the other night. See if she's back again.
Yes, I shall.
Come with me, like she.
I need to prepare my list.
Excellent. Should go for a little wander.
Did I tell you that Velma's charge is now increased to 8,000 gold pieces?
Shame Shadar's not carrying the money.
Very good. You both head off in different directions upon leaving, and Fido is going to follow Aelfric, I presume?
yeah, it's probably the safer bet.
Cool.
I mean, everyone knows where Shadar's going, so.
Meanwhile, back in the farmhouse outside of Pethlan, Lloris and his crew greet you all with open arms to their little hideaway. Mina, Daemon, and Sir Tirion, you stand in this place, and it's teeming, it's bustling with life, of daily life, a happy life even. These people seem to have made a little bit of a community among themselves in this little indoor haven. But indeed, Lloris says, This is where you come in, Mina. I could really use your assistance in getting the last of our brothers and sisters out of the Pethlan jail. With no bloodshed, of course, looking at Sir Tirion. What say you? I have some pretty decent plans I would like to go over with you.
I'd love to see them.
Please, come. And as you walk through the crowd, you walk by like various kind of stalls and traders and all this kind of stuff, and you walk past this like stall of like cured and smoked meats, and he picks up a couple of like sticks of these and he hands them to you all. Goes, "Oh, you must try this. It's amazing. It's not quite like the meat we have back at home, but the next best thing. It is like what you call the salted pocket bacon, but a little bit of a added texture and flavor." And he kind of hands you all some and keeps walking. And as you venture through the crowd, you kind of come to this kind of little less busy area, and he opens a door to this room.
How
Sorry.
many of them are there? Are we talking like dozens?
Dozens. It's not like
Okay.
hundreds or anything. It's dozens of people.
Okay.
Probably about 50 to 75 people.
So how
Okay.
many of them are locked up?
As he kind of leads you into the room, you can see that there's just like a very modest looking kind of desk with various parchments and a kind of map splayed out in the middle. There's a couple of pieces of armor on a kind of, what do you call, like a little mannequin thing, and a couple of swords and a bow and arrow kind of mounted on the wall. And he kind of throws off his satchel, hooks it onto the chair, and he kind of walks around the table and places both hands on that table, looking down at the map and then up at you all. He says, "Well, currently there are 10 of our brothers and sisters detained in the prison, and I know every single one of them wishes to return home. One of which is a dear friend of mine. I know his innocence. He dreams of a free Ambersand. He dreams of uprising against the Castonians, but he has never picked up a blade in his life. He's a man of the land. He toils the land. That's what he does." But
Question. Is Lloris speaking of Ambersand like it's not free?
yeah, because
Go ahead.
the end of the Red War saw it kind of annexed. It's not an independent nation.
Now I have to look up what annex means. Hold on, give me a second.
It's kind of like a
Like an add-on.
subsection of Castonia.
It's been colonized.
Fuck.
Killed all them people for nothing, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Like 55 million people and 10 kings and,
All you got was that
100,000
stupid cantrip.
sisters. All for a stupid cantrip. Let's see. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
That was me not knowing.
there are negotiations going on with the annexation. Of course, it won't be long before our land's freedom is going to be declared, but it's the people here who are trapped in Castonia who are suffering. They want to return home, but they cannot because of the internal conflict, the politics, and of course, you must know, of course, you are tied into the politics of everything here.
So what is your plan to get home?
Well, the plan, of course, is get them out the way we go in. And once we bring them back here to the safe place, we believe that is all of us that are here in Pethlan that want to leave. And we will have our convoy head for Aston, where they will board a ship and return to Long Beach in Ambersand.
The 10 that are currently incarcerated, what were their crimes?
Affiliation with the Resistance. Affiliation with Lombre and Fuego.
Is that really what he's thinking?
That is what he is thinking, yeah.
And is there truth behind this? Did they have ill intent with the resistance?
There is no ill intent. I guarantee you this. They just want to get home. But there are some who are... I can guarantee you the 10 that are detained here in Pethlan are innocent, but there are some who follow the ways of Lahadoda. Another resistance, a different... we are not a resistance. We are... What I fight for is getting my people back to where they belong. However, there is another group. There is this spectre, this phantom, this Lahadoda who seeks retribution against the Castonians, murdering them, appearing out of from the night, out of air and slaughtering camps of soldiers, and this is what the Castonian army feared. They are mistakenly putting our group of innocent people in the same group as this other resistance band, which we have no affiliation with. We seek refuge, they seek retribution.
Do you know any of the members of this group?
I do not.
Is this all truthful, what he's saying?
He is speaking the truth. There is this Lumbre and Fuego, and there is this Lahadoda, these two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Okay.
And I will admit there are those within my ranks who believe there are some merit to what Lahadoda is doing to the Castonians, but I cannot abide by it.
If we were to organize the release of this 10, how soon would it be before you were to leave?
We would leave at nightfall. If we were to enact our plan this evening, we leave in the dead of night.
And their only crime is supposed affiliation with the resistance. None have drawn blade or stand trial for further.
Lloris produces a dagger from his belt, kind of does this kind of flare where he flicks it around his fingers and then slams it down on the map where the Pethlan guardhouse is, and he looks at you earnestly, Sir Tirion. He says, I swear it, none of the people in those cells have borne any ill will or have done anything against the people of this land.
Well then, I shall attempt to negotiate for their release to prevent you doing anything.
No, that will not work, my friend.
Why?
You put yourself in a precarious position, you see. They will see you as a sympathizer with our cause, and
they would
you
see
yourself
me as someone who wishes the safe return of women and children to their home. What they have done is arrested a guard companion to a caravan of women and children. Or at least that is the angle I would portray.
They will see you as a sympathizer, you see. We are past the point of words here, my friend. We need action. We need to just take them and go.
And if you attempt to take them from the capital city beside the king's own current residence, do you believe you will survive?
Well, the bit of danger is what gives it a little bit of excitement. No, of course I have a plan, Sir Tirion. I have a plan.
What is this?
He puts another piece of parchment down the table, and you can see an outline of the sewer system of Pethlan. He kind of winces at Mina. It's grubby work, of course, getting in, but there is some old systems that have not quite been used in some time that just so happen to run just beneath the Pethlan Garage. You see the old palace system. This used to be the capital city of Castonia, but not anymore. It is too old. And they have since upgraded the sewerage, but there is a system in that corner of the city that is so old that some of the pipes aren't even used anymore. And the Pethlan Guard, well, I think we can infiltrate its system. In fact, I know we can infiltrate its system quite easily. So we don't have to come knocking on the front door. We just simply come in. Oh, that's why I seek you out, Mina. We don't want to kill the guards, we just want to distract them. You know, maybe render them unconscious, render them charmed, something of that nature. Leave them dreaming as we slip away into the night.
Do you hear that, Mina? You're nothing more than a distraction.
No, excuse me, no, Mr. Daemon. That is not what I meant. Mina is more than just what she plays with her drum, and
That kind of sounds like all you wanted was a distraction.
I figured that a woman of your heritage and talents would be interested in a job like this, interested in helping. In fact, and that bird hasn't left his side, and it had been on a perch. It flies over to his shoulder, and he kind of strokes the breast of the sapphire songbird. I believe a mutual friend of ours believes that we could help one another. A mutual friend that thought you dead a couple of months back.
There's only one mutual friend I could have with anyone. And I'm surprised she thinks this is a job for me.
I have one word for you, Mina. And he leans in close, just right up to your ear, kind of leaning over the table towards you. And so that Sir Tirion and Daemon cannot hear, he just whispers in your ear, Profe.
But he says it in his head, so I know what he says, right?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you heard it.
And Shadar hears it from the town gate.
Mina just kind of leans back and rolls her eyes. And she says, you don't have enough of a plan. You've got sewer systems that you haven't even scoped out to know if they're true. You don't have any information on the guards or their patterns or where they're even keeping the keys. You don't have any locations for the cells of where these people are. You don't have any information on potential distractions. I mean, you take these people out, the Pethlan guards are coming straight for you, and there's no way you're going to be able to board on a boat with Aston with so many. So she reaches into her pocket and she takes out a piece of chalk. She kind of twirls it around her finger. She puts it on the table and she's like, we get you out via teleportation circle tonight from here. But how do we get the rest of you out? Quite a puzzle.
Lloris is just standing there, arms folded, looking at you admirably, going, you see, this is why you are her best student and not me, eh? You have a plan. You have a much better plan. I was simply thinking, get them out, bust them in, get them out, and we distract the guards along the way, and we find the keys, but no, you are thinking in much greater detail here.
You're not thinking is the problem. You're wishing. You're wishing you had them, and you're wishing you had a way out.
Hope is a powerful tool, Mina.
Oh, you know better than that.
No. Hope is what has gotten me this far.
As he's fangirling, just absolutely speaking Mina up as her eyes are going in all directions as she's putting 101 things together. Tyrion's going to lean over into Daemon's ear. And then Infernal is just going to say, one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. And just make that sly remark as these two talk about teleporting entire prisons out.
Just, you get like a wry smile back. All this time, Damon's been seemingly distracted as he's fiddling with something metal in his hands that he's been messing about with. But hears that and has been listening to this man, both in mouth and in mind, to see what's going on. Really, yes, it seems that you have the bones of a plan, but doesn't amount to an actual escape.
Well, of course, we infiltrate our way in through the sewer system. We get inside the Pethlan guard, down below in the dungeon. We knock out, we distract, we do whatever with the guards. We get the keys, we take them out, bring them back the way we came. And what? I don't foresee any more issues. We bring them back here, and well,
How many guards are there?
In the dungeon at night, couldn't be any more than a dozen. And
exactly how skilled are you with your bird?
I am more than just my bird. I haven't got the name Elfugante for nothing. No? Interesting story behind that, actually. Somewhat
I'm
of a
sure.
myth from my homeland.
Tell me, is your plan to disable or to destroy anyone that may stand in your way?
Disable? I do not mean any harm.
But see, that's why I ask, because in general, everything I've seen that has born from fire gets destroyed rather than disabled. So you might have this lovely moniker, but just making sure that you are...
The name of Elfugante is not one I have given to myself, you see. It's one of the people have given to me. It is a mystical tale of forbidden love and revenge in our native Ambersand Isle. Once, you see, there was a queen who was, a princess, shall we say, and was arranged to be married to a prince from a foreign land to unite the two. The princess didn't want this marriage. She was smitten by a blacksmith's son in her capital city. The two's forbidden love blossomed over the years, but until her father had told her that the time for marriage has come, well, needless to say, both the princess and the blacksmith's boy were heartbroken. They did not want this, so they elope. They flee to the top of Mount Rescantos in Ambersand Isle, the volcano. But the town guard, well, they catch up with them. And, well, the blacksmith's boy, refusing to leave the side of the princess, shot down by arrows, cut down by blades, and falls into the pit of the volcano. And there he burns. The princess, dragged back to her capital city, forced to marry this man she does not love, and when the I-do's are said, it is said that all those centuries ago Mount Rescantos erupted in infernal flames, and this giant man made of fire emerges, scours the land, purging the land of those that came from the foreign lands to take his beloved. The man on fire,
is it?
the Elfugante, purging the land of those who should not be. An old myth, of course, but that is the name that the people have given me. Purging.
And who was your lady love princess?
Me? I had no such luck in love, unfortunately, but
Okay, so the princess of the story.
there is no princess in my story. Aside from fair Lady Dumont here, of course, who will attest to my story, this myth of the Elfugante.
I can attest to the myth.
I assure you, I was not born from a volcano. I am not actually a man on fire, but this is just the name the people have given me. They see me as this protector of Ambersand, this liberator, as it were.
Well, give us the bones of your plan. We'll speak to our compatriots, and you'll know by this evening whether we'll be able to help you or not.
You will find me in the marketplace of Pethlan come nightfall. If you would like to assist me in this plan, then please meet me there. Just look for the Sapphire Songbird. You are under no obligation, Mina Dumont and your companions.
Well, I don't know about you two, but I'm quite ready to get back and see what happened to our friends.
Let's.
A parting gift, possibly till later, Mr. Fugante.
Please, Mr. Rush is more than appropriate.
Daemon will put a mechanical built version of his own songbird that flaps and flutters and lands. Take good care of it. If we are not able to help you, it may assist you in distracting.
Very well. You have my thanks.
And he just gives a gentle bow and starts heading out.
As you all turn to leave, Lloris catches you by the hand, Mina, as you've turned to leave, and he kind of pulls you back gently, not forcefully, but he kind of just takes your hand and he kisses it, and he says, "She will never, ever admit this, but when she thought you died, Prophet, she mourned your loss." And he releases your hand.
She mourned something else. And she's gonna lean in as best she can, hoping that no one else can hear her. And she's gonna say pretty much, "You could have trusted me, but you shouldn't have said any of this to anyone else."
You said I could trust your friends. I thought they already knew.
Well, of course I can't tell you you can't trust them while I'm right next to them.
Oh, my apologies. And he kind of does this kind of gesture with his fingers as if to seal his lips shut. No more than that. I do apologize, Lady Dumont.
Carmina. And she'll walk out with that.
And the door closes behind, and you make your way back towards Pethlan. In the now setting sun, it's growing close to kind of evening time now, and you make your way back towards the inn in which you are staying, no doubt hoping to find Aelfric and Shadar with whatever news they might have from the old palace. So, before we get into any of that, I believe is when we are going to pull the curtain down on today's session, and
we don't even get a chance to debrief, to talk.
I thought you were going to say level up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wishful thinking.
nah.
I support that
Boo.
thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think level 13 does much for cleric anyway, so.
The level up,
I can
I got,
attest
like,
from
another
Azelu that it doesn't, no.
the level up is coming. It's coming. Just give it time. It'll happen. But thank you very much, everyone, for playing once again, and to everyone listening at home, thank you for your support, for your loyalty, and for tagging along on this adventure.
Oh, what a word for the day, loyalty.
And we hope to catch up with everyone again soon. So thanks a mil.
Yeah, cheers everyone.
Bye, everyone.